Hi, today I have my mentor. He's such a great guy. His name is Michael Maloney. He's with Keller Williams in Pasadena. He has been a real, well, Michael, tell me about yourself.
Thank you, Christian.
Yeah.
Um, First of all, thank you for having me on. Hopefully, this is useful to both of us. Um, I have been in real estate for, I would say, about 25 years now. I got in shortly after college, helping out a friend who was selling REOs, properties that have been foreclosed on by banks and then they need to sell them. Banks aren't in the business of holding homes or renting homes. They're in the business of lending money and helping people with their money. So that being said, we for about 7 years sold bank foreclosed properties. We were the listing agents for the banks, and I got a lot of experience with contracts, with negotiation, with working with people for about 7 years. We were selling 100 plus homes a year, and really learned a lot. And now, as a mentor, I'm giving some of that experience and knowledge back. After about 7 years, I jumped to what we call regular real estate, helping um, regular clients buy and sell homes. And I found that so much more rewarding. The long term relationship aspect of that really fit who I am. And I think it's much more rewarding to help people along their life make oftentimes the biggest investment that they are going to make in their life. And ultimately building what I think of as generational wealth. This is wealth that will be passed down to their kids. So it's really great to be part of people's lives, and to be a trusted advisor for these people. I've been through a number of ups and downs in real estate. There have been recessions. There have been all sorts of cycles in real estate that really teach you how to operate differently to survive. You have to act differently in a buyer's market than you would a seller's market. And our clients are constantly asking for that knowledge that we have, and we try to impart that to them. And which leads me to the next part of my history. I keep using the word we because about almost 10 years ago, my wife joined me in real estate. And as I told her then, I want you to come in as my boss. So, and that has created definitely a winning recipe for a great team. We are now the Maloney Group, and we organically fell into the jobs that we're good at. I am not an organized paper person, and luckily she is. So this really helps me. And she doesn't negotiate or hand problems, and I like those sorts of things. So it's been really helpful to have her in this business with me, and the past 10 years are really a testament to what we could have got accomplished together, rather than what I would have done just by myself. So I think the results are tenfold of what I could have done by myself.
Well, thank you for that information, Mike. And, anybody that's worked with me or any of my clients, I can't tell you how much Michael has done for me and has taught me to be an agent. And it shows in my work. I know, I hope you guys see it. And I hope Michael, I know I talk to you every week, and we have he's my mentor. So He shows me quite a bit of all the wealth of information that he's gone through over the years. And again, Mike, I really appreciate everything you do for me. It's made such a difference in my world. Um, so for agents out there that are want to become an agent, how long, can you tell us first, how long have you been a mentor?
I've been a mentor for, well, let me say this. I've been at Keller Williams for about 10 years now.
Okay.
I am, for the last couple of years, have been on the Agent Leadership Council here, and I've been a mentor for, I would say, about probably just over 7 years now.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
And how do you help mentees throughout the transaction process?
Well, I don't take over for them. I make mentees learn by experiencing it, but while guiding them. Right. So, one of my main goals as a mentor is, and one of the most important things I can do is I lend my knowledge and my experience to the mentees, but still while letting them learn from their successes and their failures. So I'm more of a guide. I caution people about making wrong decisions, and we talk over what the decisions will be and how that will affect the outcome of the transaction or the phone calls that I'm trying to get them to make.
Yeah.
So I really want the mentees to learn by doing. I want them to fail. Uh, I want them to fail because you really learn the most from failing. And I'm not setting them up for failure. I'm 100% setting them up for success. But when I ask a mentee, what do you want to get done this week? And they say, as one did this last week, I want to make 150 calls. Hey, I'm totally happy for that. I want them to hit that number. However, it's hard to hit 150 when the week before you did 20. You have to change how you operate and how you work. And I show them that framework about, if it's 150 you're looking for, here's how many you have to do per day. And what are you going to talk about? And who are you going to call? All those things need to be set up ahead of time. And I walk them through that. But when they fail, I take that as a time to teach and a time for them to learn. And so, that mentee hit a number of those calls. So they hit, I think, what was it, 85 calls this week. I think that's fantastic. That's exceptional. But I don't want him at that point to feel like he didn't accomplish what he wanted to, and so I tried to point out the wins that he did have by hitting 85. I think that's a tremendous accomplishment. So I always look for the good in a situation and try to build on that. Right. And so how do I help the mentees by not only encouragement, but help in planning for success?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, thank you for that information. And, it's been a pleasure having you as a mentor. And I've learned a lot. I see other people in our group. We have, Zoom calls with all the mentees, and I see everything they learn every single week. And I appreciate that. And it brings a good community for agents who
Mhm.
learn the processes. So thank you for that, Michael. And I have another question for you. As a mentor, what have you learned through this process?
What have I learned through this
Yeah.
process?
How's this made you a better agent?
Yeah. So one of the reasons, this isn't the reason I got into being a mentor. I was simply asked to be a mentor by the head of the mentor program. He thought I'd be a good fit. He thought my personality fits well. And that's great because I love teaching anyways. And frankly, Christian, you can attest to this, but I love talking.
Oh
So
yeah.
I, I am a very sociable person. So I end up liking to talk a lot and sometimes too much. But what I get from being a mentor is the fundamentals. And you might say, God, you're supposed to be teaching me the fundamentals. Well, in teaching these fundamentals, in teaching the need for consistency, for goals that are not only achievable but repeatable over time, those that encourages me to continue to implement those strategies into my own business. So very selfishly, I'm a mentor, so I can hold myself accountable, and I could have you, the mentee, hold me accountable, right? Which you did on an earlier call. You called me out. You did the math on my yearly goal and said, "How'd you do on those 45 calls this week?"
Yeah,
So thank you for doing that.
of course.
That's exactly why I'm here.
Yeah.
It's slightly selfish, but I love teaching. I love giving of myself to help other people. But it has a lot to do, not mostly, but it's about 50-50 about um, me holding myself accountable and having you guys do the same.
Yeah.
So it really helps to review this data all the time.
Yeah. Yeah. I do find that having a community of agents definitely helps out in every way of all obviously reaching our goals, helping our clients and learning from one another, especially like times now with COVID, there's a bunch of things we have to adapt to.
Mm-hmm.
And just, understanding the different obstacles we're each having and just bouncing ideas off each other at the end of the goal. I mean, at the end, we're trying to help our clients the best way we could. So,
Yeah.
yeah, and I find it's very beneficial. And thank you for everything that you share with us today. And I hope even after the mentorship program, we continue this communication because
I hope so too.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. As I said, the most important thing to me in about selling real estate is the long-term relationships that I had built.
Yeah, absolutely.
And that's not just with my clients, but that's with other agents.
Yeah.
And because we're constantly going to be learning from each other.
Awesome. Awesome.
Right.
So with that, is it okay if we have you on a guest later down the road to
Absolutely.
Perfect.
Love to be here. Yeah.
Awesome. And I'm gonna put your information down below just in case, one of my clients is like, man, you're a terrible agent. You could contact Michael Maloney. No problem. He's such a good guy. And he does.
Well, first of all, I will say that I got your back. So if they're using you,
yeah,
they're getting a little bit of me in there. So
definitely.
I'm going to be walking you through the steps. So they're going to have me anyway. So they should call you.
Yeah. Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah. And if my clients out there, the problems I have, Mike hears about them. So he already knows. So don't worry. You're well taken care of. With
Excellent.
that, thank you so much again for coming on today. Do you have any last words you want to say to the people?
No, I want to say that anyone who sets up his marketing with how-to videos on real estate, and he's really in touch with the market and what the needs of the clients are. I think you can't go wrong with Christian. I think he's fantastic. So,
thank you so much.
Out of all the years I've been a mentor, Christian, he's probably top 2 in most prepared people that I've had the pleasure of mentoring. So
thank you. I really appreciate that. And I did not pay him to say that.
No, he didn't.
Thanks again, Michael. Well, it's been great having you on. We'll have you on later down the road. And again, it's such a pleasure. I'll be talking to you soon. So
absolutely.
Yeah.
Great.
All right.
Well, thank you for having me.
Yep. Have a good one. Take care.
Okay. Bye-bye.